COVID-19 also claimed a life in South Pittsburg that has caused the entire Sequatchie Valley to pause. Paul Shaheen joins us now live with a story that remembers one of the greatest area football players in more than 50 years. Paul.
That indeed he was, Calvin. That and so much more. On and off the field, those who knew South Pittsburg state champion Jimmy Wigfall, a tailback for the ages, know his legacy will live forever. The Valley was certainly hit hard, as you mentioned, with news of his passing early last week, but the stories that they are sharing about his character, his personality, and his will and want to give back are worth a listen. COVID-19's impact hit the Sequatchie Valley hard last week. Not from a numbers standpoint, but from a quality standpoint.
We count on two hands how many times in our lives, that we lose really special people to us. And this is one of those times. Jimmy was that kind of guy.
1969 South Pittsburg state champion Jimmy Wigfall passed in late March from complications of COVID-19.
It's a tough time for South Pittsburg, but I think at the same time, it woke up a lot of our people's eyes to the reality of the situation that we're in now.
The reality, as we've learned worldwide, this virus has no bias.
I mean, this was a guy who, even in his mid to late 60s, was still thought of as like an invincible kind of guy.
TFP sports editor Stephen Hargis and South Pittsburg head coach Vic Grider know Jimmy Wigfall was and will remain the standard both on and off the field.
Every running back, every good player for South Pittsburg through the last 50 years has been compared. How does he compare with Jimmy Wigfall?
Jimmy was a living example of how you wanted to carry yourself and how you wanted your players to turn out someday. I mean, he just was that kind of guy, and he was just one of those special people that are few and far between that no one ever said a bad word about.
Vic's late father, Don, coached Wigfall during their historic 1969 state championship season. A season that needed a come-from-behind win over bitter rival Marion County, led by future Vol and NFL star Eddie Brown. A game that Jimmy's friend and then Marion County assistant coach Johnny Grimes remembers all too well.
We had them beat and had them backed up on their 5-yard line. I can recall this to this day. And we had them stopped for almost a safety. And Jimmy reversed the field and went 95 yards for a touchdown.
He blazed right past the Marion County sideline and into the record books, helping claim South Pittsburg's first state championship. Those who knew Jimmy Wigfall best brag most about his off-the-field work, from helping integrate South Pittsburg High School to serving his country, then community, giving back anytime he could.
One of his friends complained about people wanting to borrow money, and I think Jimmy said, I've been on both sides of it. It's better to be on the giving side, and that's him giving. He was a giving person.
A lot of our young people and a lot of us adults can learn a lot of valuable lessons from the way Jimmy Wigfall carried himself.
True words right there by all accounts, and I heard plenty more stories to fill much more time. By all accounts, Jimmy Wigfall, the type of guy you just can't replace. We did hear from his family. They said if you could share one more message, it's please take the recommendations and direction from the CDC to practice social distancing. Take it all very seriously when it comes to COVID-19. We'll be back later in sports in the 6 o'clock show. Until then, live in Chattanooga, Paul Shaheen, Channel 3 Eyewitness Sports.